Hey, what's up, everyone? Did you guys and girls see UFC London this weekend? I did, of course. Um, I didn't make a prediction video before because it was a fight night, and I usually try to do the predictions on the numbered events, mainly because of time. So I kind of regret I didn't do it on this event because it was a really, really good event, and there are a few things to talk about. I will concentrate on talking about Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, though, because he is or will be UFC's next star, I think. Um, but there are a few other things to talk about, just that I will mention about the event because you should watch it. It was a really good event with many finishes, both KOs and as a grappler, I really appreciate all the submissions too. Um, for the main event, we had Tom Aspinall versus Alexander Volkov, which was a good fight. I thought that Volkov would win because I thought he was, on paper, I thought he was a better fighter. Um, and in this regard, it maybe was good that I didn't make a prediction because Aspinall actually managed to um, submit Volkov, and it was a really good scalp for him to take. So it will be interesting to see what will happen now in the heavyweight division, and it will be interesting to see Aspinall climb the ladder because I think he can be a future contender for the heavyweight belt if he continues to win. And you could see many good stuff in the fight too, besides the ending, of course. The other thing or big thing, which I think no one really, most people shouldn't have missed it either. No matter if you're an MMA fan or if you just manage to scroll through the sport news, and it is the finish by Molly McCann against Luana Carolina, because that spinning elbow finish in the third round was really, really nasty. There are a few things me as a veteran watcher of MMA think is what to say. Think is think is nasty and makes me uneasy. And this is injuries like Anderson Silva's leg break, um, but also chaos like this because they are really, Carolina didn't have her defense up, and neither her hands or she could move her head. The elbow hit her right in the head, and she was unconscious before even hitting the ground. And these kind of chaos really makes me. I like the fact that MMA as a sport and MMA as a testing ground, you put two people in there, and one will win and one will lose, and you can't. Most times you can't. Most time the results you get in there are the real results, because you win, one will go out of the octagon as a winner, or one will go out as a loser, and it's a fist fight, so it's hard to not acknowledge the results. But people get hurt in there too, and this is the double-edged sword when it comes to MMA and martial arts. You do handle violence, and things are violent, and I do not want people to get serious hurt in there, even though I know injuries will happen. But seeing chaos like this really makes me uneasy, and bad way. But for Molly, a very good finish. She showed good striking, and it will be interesting to see what she can do in the division. Molly is also a training partner to Paddypimblett, which I will be talking about next. So, Paddy the Baddypimblett, this kid has had 2 fights in UFC now, but he also has a huge fan base and many followers. When he entered the arena in London, the roof was lifted. You could see how many people he managed to put in the seats there who came there to see him fight. And this is why I also think he will be the next big thing in UFC, like Conor McGregor or Ronda Rousey, or one of those people or those fighters which will go to history as one of the elevations in MMA. The interesting part about this is while Conor McGregor came into both Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey came into UFC undefeated, Paddy actually had 3 losses on his record. He is now 18-3, I think. So it's not like he seemed kind of this undefeated superhero, but I think why he is so popular is because the way he acts, and I do not mean as acting. I think the way he behaves, he seems genuine in the way he talks and the way he talks about fighting, but also his looks, because he looks like if you would meet this guy in a bar or in a restaurant or in a cafe somewhere, I don't think you would guess that he eat up people for a living, and he plays off that too. And I think this also makes people recognize him and recognize themselves in him, and this it will help him. Well, it definitely help him getting fans and followers. So in the end, I think no matter if he loses or if no matter if he lose or win in UFC, I think he will bring many new fans to the organization. So what about the fight then? Here's the thing. There was 2 parts of the fight. I was really impressed with how it ended, but I have some concerns too when it comes to Pimblett. Rodrigo is a good striker. I think Pimblett managed to throw 1 leg kick, and Rodrigo charged in and managed to hit Pimblett with a huge left hook, which put Paddy on the ground, on the canvas. From there, he had Rodrigo over him, but managed to slow down the fight with his grappling, so he could clear the cobweb, and also managed to get up after a while. But he was in trouble, and I actually thought the fight might end there after the shot, the first shot. When he went down, I thought, okay, this ends here. But he has a good chin and good grappling, enough to actually save himself. So when they got up, he was pushed against the cage, and Rodrigo was still in the advantage. Still had the more advantageous position, and I thought that even if it didn't end there, and he seemed to be fine for the moment. I thought that this will be a really, really hard fight for Pimblett to win if they starting to strike again. Because getting hit like this, but like that, you will probably be dazed or dazed to some degree for most of the round at least. And getting hit again, then the match will probably end. But as soon as I had that thought to myself, Pimblett managed to do this really, really nice hip throw. I think the Japanese term for the hip throw is ogoshi. And he threw Pimblett on. Pimblett threw Vargas on the ground and just jumped on him, took his back, and ended the fight with a rear naked choke. So he kind of stole the victory. And this was the part which I was really, really impressed about. But I knew beforehand that he has a good grappling. The concern is his stand-up. He has a wild way of fighting, and a fighter who has better striking and is more composed, I think, can expose this type of fighting if you do not tighten it up with better defense and do not expose his chin as much. At the same time, this type of fighting is really exciting for the audience, and I think it's a way to also draw in fans. So it is both good and bad for him. He has a chin that he can rely on, but as with many other fighters, you always wonder how long this chin can last, because getting hit like this, it will eventually make your chin crumble and career ending maybe. So, I seem like the sun is shining in here. Sweden, we have sun now actually, and yeah, it's been a while. So I shouldn't complain, but now when I'm making a video, it's kind of disturbing. But yeah, this Ogoshi throw though, me and Moa have been practicing it in our jiu-jitsu class, and it's a really good throw because you can hit it from most places, I think, with underhooks, without underhooks, even with you just having a 50-50 type of underhook, one inside and one outside. See if I can do something about this. Should I say damn sun? So there's better. But I will try to post a video of us doing the throw either up here or over there or down here. I don't know. I will see when I edit the video later. Anyhow, the throw is really good, and I started to practice it last summer, 2 summers ago, and we've been using it in sparring and with a great success actually. So it's a really versatile throw, and you don't see it a lot in MMA, but I think it can be used and even as this when you're pushed against the cage. You can, if you can put your hips in the right place, you can throw the person. You just need to get under them with your hip and you can throw them. So, and you can see that on Pimblett. He pushed against one side, managed to get his hip under Rodrigo. And even though Rodrigo was smaller, which can be a hard thing for the throw because you would need to get your hip under the other person's hip, but he still managed to do the throw. And yeah, I think it took Rodrigo by surprise too. And with this type of throw, when you end on the ground, you will. I wouldn't say you get dazed, but you will get kind of stunned for not a second, but just you will get stunned, and just this little moment you get stunned, it gives the other person opportunity to take advantage of, which Pimblett did. And you can say whatever you want about him. He has this killer instinct, both when it comes to standing and on the ground, and he will go for it. I think it serves him better on the ground than standing, because on the ground he is really good. He has a good grappling, and is a good grappler, and he knows what he's doing and doing it with more of a strategy and than he does standing. Because standing, when he smells blood, he just moves in, and I think a better striker can expose that and tag him and even put him down with some counter or something. So we will see, but it will be interesting to see what he can do in UFC. He is 2-0 in the organization now. As I said, he has 18 wins overall in MMA. So his style have served him good so far, but how far will it take him in UFC? That is a question. But no matter, as I said, win or lose, I think this kid will be really, really big in UFC, and he will be. I think he will go down as one of these fighters who elevated the sport and elevated UFC. This it factor or X factor is hard to come by, and he has it. So no matter if he win or lose, I think he will have a great future in UFC. But more, I don't think I have anything more to say about this. So I will just end the video here, and I will probably take a walk in the sun. I mean, why not? So until next time and next video, I hope you all will have a great day, and I hope you will have I hope you have as good weather as we have in Sweden. And I would appreciate if you push like or put down a comment and ring the bell. And until next time, bye and see you later.